What's up, YouTube? It's Dale again. I promised everybody I'd do an update video when I finally got the wrap off the bus, and that day finally came. So what I'm going to do is just go over some of the products that I used to get the wrap off of the bus. And we'll start, I guess, right here with these two products right here. These are just called eraser wheels, and they basically go on a drill like this, and then they spin. And these actually, if you're using, just have like lettering on your bus, these would actually do really well. They'll take the lettering right off, and they don't mess with the paint. Unfortunately, that's not what I had. I had a wrap that was 14 years old, and it was a pain. So I kind of put these away and went heat gun and oscillating scraper. Now this actually works really well on a wrap that's fairly new, and I would definitely suggest that you have two people when you do this. You can do it with one person, but it's a real pain. So if you have two people, one person running the heat gun, one person running the scraper, and you do what you can. And then, so that works really well on a new one, but because this one was so tore up, you just get little bitty pieces. So what I wound up doing is buying just paint remover, and got up and soaked paint remover on it, let it sit for 45 minutes to an hour, and then got my trusty pressure washer out and sprayed it off. Now I did wind up doing that on each section of the wrap probably 3 times to get it off. The more times you did it, it just became easier because that wrap is actually pretty thick. I did find that this is called a polycarbonate abrasive wheel. This actually works pretty good with the paint remover. The thing is, make sure you have your personal protection on, because you're spinning paint remover everywhere. So wear a long sleeve shirt and some safety goggles or a face shield. The other thing would be just your regular palm sander, and what I found is they make this is a ceramic coated sandpaper, and it actually does a pretty good job. And I'll wind up using this on the body of the bus when I'm doing the entire sand, just to rough everything up and give myself a good surface. You can see there again, as a person with ADHD, I've got several things going on here that I probably should have waited on, but I didn't. So if you're real observant, you'll figure out that the color scheme on the bus is going to be black and gray. I actually finished getting the subfloor out of it, and I'll be working on the floor because there where the heater is, and there's also a vent on the outside of the bus for fresh air, and I think that's where all the water's coming from, and that's why it's there by the seat. Anyway, that's pretty much how I did it. It's just time consuming, and my best recommendation is don't buy a bus with a wrap on it. So, but if you do, it can be done. It's time consuming. So be prepared. Don't get too frustrated with it, and just, when you get tired of doing that, do like I do and go work on something else. So until the next time, y'all stay safe, have fun, keep the projects rolling. And again, thank you, Courtney, my special guest photographer, for giving me a hand.